it becomes basic physics in the levering system in order to move the body so they feel like they're floating, and it feels effortless to us. So I'll just show you the few quick techniques to not have to muscle that of basically getting her to move off the floor without asking her to. So now, a different portion altogether. We're now face up. I come to brush under the heels. They're about hips distance, and then I'm going to traction my shoulder distance, and she's getting a nice low back traction right now. My arms are straight, my back is straight, and this alone is its own breath. So we can hang for a minute. Just effortless, okay? When it's time to move, I start to lift my seat as I bend my elbows and walk, 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 walk forward. Then I take my leg at an angle to the back of her knees, like the soft flesh of the knee. And then I start to drape her leg over as I walk that foot closer to 90 degrees. Her sacrum starts to lift. Due to the size difference, it might still be on the floor. So we come to cross, foot on top of foot, which just was naturally happening for Danielle. And actually, I'm going to move myself a little bit closer. So before I do too much, I'm just going to take a fist and slide my knee closer to her hip. And then with that, foot on top of foot, I'm going to press down, hips come off the floor, and I begin to rock side to side. So we did all that beautiful work on the back body, and especially on the SI joints, but bullseye, so I can just stay here, but I also got a free hand. So if there's movement, I can also lean over and stop the movement with my hips so much and use my hands. And then I will come to slow down, and then I softly put her pelvis back down to the floor. If I am comfortable, I will stay here. This is like a soft variation of the Bharani Karani, legs up the wall in yoga. So she's getting a nice detox if I am comfortable. If not, I can put the legs back down and move forward. If I'm gonna stay here, and she's gonna get this rocking rhythm, I'm just gonna move this for a minute so we can see. I'm gonna take opposite hand, meaning hand across the body, and I'm gonna reach for her thumb. Could you imagine, like, we call this butterfly or dew grip, palm to palm. And I'm just gonna shake out a little bit to make sure she's not holding. Now please watch. I'm gonna take the arm, I'm gonna drag it across the body, slide under the shoulder blade, and then lean back as a traction. Can you see the difference of her shoulders? Okay. Then I like to make a fifth, come back up, arm across the body, reach across, butterfly, grip, shake out. This is just creating a little movement in the head of the fingers as well too, so it's also therapeutic, making sure she's not engaged. Then I'm going to opposite hip. I'm going to take a blade of my hand under the shoulder blade, slide it under on the rib cage, traction all the while I put it down. See the shoulders. Now, there's a chest point here, but also a blood stop, the brachial artery, where you can think the pec attachments. Okay? So just much like a bullseye, heel of hand is going to land as we take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and I lean forward and pause. And you can go ahead and repeat that 2 more times. And you might be thinking, oh God, let's stop. What? We do it all the time. You do a forward fold. You're doing a blood stop to the femoral artery. And that's why it's cleansing, because the minute you release it, fresh blood rushes down to the legs. And that's what we're doing. We're letting the heart not work so much. And we're making a pump, and that's coming down the arms. So from here, after the third, we're going to come to the upper arm, and we're going to start to rock. But I'm rocking my hips, so she's getting some movement too. And you're thinking fingers wrap around the touch, but we're more so working between the biceps and triceps, if you will, like the heel of my hand's just clipping the underside of the biceps. I don't want to press on the elbow, so I'm going to go just below it. But if you don't start to get too far away from you, you can scoop them in, and then keep rocking. Now, you could do this multiple times, but for sure your leg's been here for some time, so you're going to take the one pass for now. And then I like to do a double press by the wrist, because my fingers are under to touch, we're safe, and then brush off. Now, how do I get out of here safely, but also to not snap the knee joints? I'm going to be very cautious and delicate. Think knee to chest for your partner. So you hold into the legs, and you're gonna start to take the knees in as the hand will then catch to replace. Curl your back toes, stand up, and traction the legs. Quite mobile here, I'll show you that one more time. As you traction the legs, you're gonna lean back, arms straight, back straight, until you start to walk back to more like a goddess stance, heels in, toes out. Option one, shake out side to side. Like a small U or small half circle. If that feels really good, next option, you might come, if you feel good, all the way down to Malasana squat. Okay, there's another option to come up, eventually a traction here. But I'm going to show you one more time, if you don't mind. Danielle's quite flexible, but also quite mobile in her joints. I'm going to give a little bit more traction so you see. Leg comes in, hold underneath, and then I come to hold the Achilles, and I'm lifting up, slow traction to not snap the knee joint. That's what I mean. I come back, you'll see in a minute, I'll show you one more option. You could do the other options I just did, or you want to be really playful, you step in, you catch, and you drop the foot. You soften this knee, you root, you get a leg workout. Then you brush the leg over, point your toes to release. I'm going to show it 2 more times, just so you see. Step whatever the standing leg is closer to their midline, and you're rocking. First baby version, to make it nice for you and them, because you don't want to drop that foot on the floor, it's very jarring if their eyes are closed especially, I've done it times, is you soften this knee, but you root through the standing leg. You bend this knee up nice and high, and you catch it with your foot flexed before you lower. And maybe you put the foot down. If you feel okay, you lean back into this leg and shake up the leg. It progresses to catching some air time, but you have to keep your eyes open, you have to keep your foot flexed, so you don't drop there because it hurts. Is you root here, and you're shaking up the leg because obviously she knows what's coming, but they don't normally, is that you're gonna lift and you catch. So there's a little bit of space between where you let go and your foot catches. I'm not bringing the foot all the way up. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Shake out the leg, and then I point my toe, and it's a little bit wider like a shavasana leg. And that will be our next little chunk. Okay, so we're good.